Okay, let's try to uh, what do you call this? Turn it down before it has a copyright checked. One of the things that I think about this channel is that it is very personal for me to me, of course, but I was like really delusion. It was like really thinking like I was like all delusion about like people saying like people of taste, people of you know culture, I guess, like people who are philosophical professors that would really validate my my way of putting things into perspective, my way of answering these questions. But I guess that'll never happen. I guess I will never have it. I'm acting like I don't care, so it happens. So yeah, today is an okay day, and it just made today is actually a pretty good day. Honestly, like I would had nothing to say with it. The best thing that happened to this day is that within this week I have no class because they suspended class because of the heat, and that could have happened like way like a week before because I could have sworn it was hotter than last week, where no, not last week but last 2 weeks, like the past weeks it's just been hotter than like this week, I guess. But it's still hot. Yes, the heat index is just so up in that ass. Sorry for language. So yeah, everything is like okay. I'm like really neutral and stable in the head. Not no loose screws. No, no screws left loose, I guess. I can't really put that. No screws left loose as of the moment. Yeah, and it all just it's kind of. I have a headache right now. It's like in here. I think I smelled something from outside, or like the room not ventilated enough or not good enough. Basically, it's just I have this headache. My Vicks is over there, but whatever. So yeah, I'm going to answer today's question, which is, what would society be? What would society What would society be like if bullying did not happen? Well, the society would be everybody would be the same because this is yeah, of course this is a perspective question. I'm not gonna be saying that yeah, I bullied people before. Yeah, I've been bullied before, and I turn out fine. I don't really I'm not trying to redeem myself. I'm not trying to apologize because I'm a bully. No, I'm not doing like that. So it is a perspective question. Now, how does bullying occur? Like what happens inside of the situation? Bullying occurs when there are two parties, primarily the bully and the one who is the martyr, or like the one who is getting bullied. And let's get a perspective of the the person who is getting bullied first. uh, this person is very vulnerable, very somehow this person has not or has felt less to nothing trauma, or at least that you know this person or like this kid that is getting bullied. The backstory of this kid or this person is like they they see. Hold on. Anyway, I was replying. Oh, oh, it's not. It's really not. Anyway, so what happens in the bully? They are vulnerable because they trust the world. They haven't, you know, it's not like they're not on the same page with the the bully. So basically, they are just these little. No, not little. Let's not. Let's not really just describe them like that. Yeah, they're really just these people who don't know, who were raised right, at least at the time, and they're just trying to express themselves, or trying to be cringe, I guess. And the things that they get bullied for are just the way, the most genuine way that they could act like themselves. So it really is not their fault, for being bullied like that. But you know I'm not gonna say that sometimes they're asking for it, but yeah. Now, the heavy part would be for the bully. This bully person, this person became a bully because, of course, there has been a traumatic event. Parents, most likely parents. That's the setting. I have not considered, or yeah, considered a setting for this. But basically, the setting is somehow like an an elementary or like a high school, either. But basically, they are both minors and a child. They're children, but pretty much they're not grown adults. That's what I'm trying to get. Just the point here. But basically, so yeah, the the uh, the bully has experiences where, or like traumatic experience that they are still uh, dealing with. So let's say their parents fights a lot, or his either of their or mom or dad abuses this child mentally and physically. And how does this child understand all of these stuff? Of course, they understand, they are aware of why this is happening, but they can't really cope. As a child, it's really, you can't understand what you feel. You can't understand how to process these things, because you just experience those. But the thing is, they project. Yeah, that's it. That's Yo, my fan is going crazy. Anyway, the thing is, when a child is projecting, it's based on what they experience on a daily basis. It's not really just solely based on like one traumatic experience. So to become a bully, you know, it really takes a lot of projecting. And how are they getting this projection? A lot of traumatic experience. So when they see a child, yeah, this kind of makes sense. When they see someone who's their age, of course. Let's say a scenario that like they see this person, or this other child going or like living their life purely because you know just like I said, the soon to be bullied. Let's not say that, but pretty much the non bully just acts as themselves, expresses as themselves. But the bully sees this as an insecurity. The bully sees this. It reminds them that their life is not like that. So there is envy, and when there's envy, there's anger. So they project their life onto this child. So they get bullied, they get physically bullied, they get verbally bullied, and this, and now it's just the trauma passes on. So from the parents, from the parents who is raising this bully, or who is raising a bully, and this bully passes on or projects to a vulnerable child who is a non-bully, who is raised right, but is just too vulnerable. It's just that there's a bully, because for bullying to not happen, there must not be there must be no bully. Okay? So what happens is, what do you think happens to a child when they get bullied? Lower self-esteem, they can't really act or express themselves. If they get bullied enough, they have pent-up anger. It really changes. You get worse. You Because when you are already a bully yourself, it's pretty much, at some point of time when you're both adult, you would get resentment, or at least you have like a fully developed frontal lobe, that you get resentment. You get to think about your choices, or your the doings that you have done, or like the things you have done, I mean, in the past, that just makes you feel so bad. That's pretty much it. But when how about the perspective of the bullied child? changes. So much changes and so much self doubt, uh, identity crisis, and issues, mental issues, issues in maintaining relationship, issues in communicating, struggles with in social situations. It really goes a long way. You know what I mean? And it's not like it matters of how many days. Yes, my fucking sandal shirt has. Oh, I fucking love this shirt. It smells so good. Anyway, why don't get so. My head hurts, man. I have to turn down my fucking fan. Hold on. Please hold. So, if you think that I cut these videos, no, it is still on, I mean, in one take. I just paused the video. Anyway, I just paused the video and all. Yeah. I just paused the video when I have to do something. Like, you can see that at the start when I'm replying to one of my Discord stuff or do stuff, or listen. Because I get it now. Like, people who record, if there's like a sound outside, you would hear it. Especially when I talk. I really hate it when I hear someone louder than me, or like, yeah, it's really off-putting. It's obnoxious and really sets you off. You know what I mean? So yeah, there is a cause and effect, and there are two parties in the bullying. So the question is, what would society be like if bullying did not happen? Then, of course, I would assume that there would be parents who know what they're doing. Everybody. So, since bullying does not happen, then the child, or, it starts with a child. If there would be questions formulated in this, I would ask, why are you putting, or why are you uh, giving example about a child, or why is a child your prime example? That's because it starts with pre-adolescence, or being a child. That's where it starts, as early as kindergarten, yes, as early as elementary, like first grade, middle school if you're American, I don't know. But yeah, so if bullying never happened, that means that every couple who has children knows how to raise a child. That means that there's a standard on how to raise a child. You know what I mean? Like, because everything is different. That means, since environment takes a toll, or really affects the growth of the child, or how a child is raised, then the environment would be the same for everybody. The growing environment would be the same for every child and for every family. So with that, you know, no matter what's the trait of these children, then they would be all not bullies. Hence, bullying does not happen. So what happens if bullying does not happen? Then there would be less diversity. Yeah. You know what? Disregard what just I said, or what I just said. um, where I think that everybody has the same environment. Disregard that. Let's just stay with, what would society be if there was no bullying? Like right now, there would be no bullying. Then the personalities of everybody, or everyone, would be somehow the same, somehow similar. Because, you know, in social situations, there would not be much diversity in personalities. And if you base this on, or if your basis is a Briggs, MBTI personality test, then there would be not much. You know what I mean? Because how you teach this child, or everybody would be perceiving and not judging. Everybody would be somehow like logical, you know, everybody or every child would not resort to bullying, would not resort to tormenting, would not resort to chastising, would not resort to teasing or some, you know, going on and commenting about someone's body or physically abusing someone. No, nothing. Everybody would be good, I guess, more with moral compass, no matter the race, so that the society would flourish. Honestly, like in social situations, yes. Everything that I just said about the environment taking a toll or like really affecting the stuff. Yeah, it's based on me. But what would the society be if there would be no bullying? Socially, it would be amazing. Socially, everybody would be accepted, and economically, everything would still be the same pretty much. In the workplace, every single workplace would be healthy. Every single family would have a healthy relationship with each other. Every single school where student goes would be happy, and not everybody would be left out. No one would be an outcast. No one would be so-called weirdo, because I think that you know being called weird, I call myself weird because I am. I'm an eccentric, but you know when someone who is heteronormative tell you that you're weird, then it's like you're weird because you're not. You're not like us. You act in a way that isn't normal, or somehow not normal in the societal standards. And where is the standards gonna go if there would be no bullying? If everybody would be as everybody had the same, essentially the same rational thinking, the same emotional intelligence, that they could not bully anyone. That if there's no bullying, then everybody could understand each other, no matter their differences, no matter you know if it's given, or if I would assume that there would be not much differences, since they are raised in a standard where, like, how are they not going to be bullying, you know what I mean? So yeah, because bullying is the ultimate form of hurting somebody in a way that it could be physical, cyber, verbal, because you could gossip all you want and it'll be considered bullying if somebody else knows. So the society will be great. It'll be, it's somehow like in a different universe where bullying never occurs, or bullying never occurred, bullying never happened, bullying never exists, but something else would. And yeah, just like any other universe, I'm still part of this world, in this universe. It's running, I'm getting old each day, I'm progressing, I'm learning, I'm experiencing new things. It would still be the same. But, in this world, like right now, I'm making a video, I would say that everything is in balance. And when there's an imbalance, then, you know, no, let me rephrase that. This world that I'm living in has imbalance, but it's not just pure hatred, pure hate, pure bad. You know what I mean? Like, what would be the earth or the world we're living in if it's just pure bad? People are chill. Some people are chill, and some people do stuff, but many people are not, not understanding this. People are sick in the head, you know what I mean? Like psychopaths, people are war criminals, people are committing genocides. So yeah, and if bullying never happened, then maybe there's like no war, actually, literally nothing. If there's no bullying, there would still be war, honestly. Like maybe in like the 90s or like the 80s, where people were just colonizing and settling in the islands, which are now where we live. So I do think there would still be crimes if bullying is just pretty much uh, tormenting someone, really saying stuff or doing stuff that would hurt the person. that is bullying. But to but the reason is just not as justified, because when you say war, it's like they have one goal. They want to gain this land. They want to, yeah, pretty much territory rise. And in conclusion, bullying is really, the deep root would be still the parents, how you raise this child. You can't say what the fuck. Why is every child in this generation are all fucked up and liberals and woke, or let's just say the negative part. Why are they so disrespectful? Then the reason would be, how the fuck are their parents raising them? Really? Okay, that's my thumbnail.